Hey, Stacy, you're working again today, aren't you? Honestly, when are you finally going to start showing up to our mom's group meetings? I have all sorts of fun things planned out for us all the time, yet you never come. I'm sorry, but the restaurant has been really busy lately. Busy? Come on, you're just a part-timer, aren't you? It's not like you're running the place. How busy could you possibly be? Well, I wouldn't say I'm just a part-timer. Oh, then what? Are you the manager now? A supervisor, maybe? Or are you just running around doing whatever odd jobs they throw at you? Seriously, don't act all high and mighty just because you work at some overpriced Italian restaurant. That's not what I... Let me guess, you only took the job because of that ridiculously good-looking owner, didn't you? That's not true. Oh, don't even try to play dumb. I bet you love telling people that you work alongside him, huh? Makes you feel important, doesn't it? I never said that. Listen, just so we're clear, he's not interested in you, not even a little bit. I've seen the kind of woman he goes for. You're not his type. That's really not relevant to anything, is it? It is relevant when you're strutting around like you're better than the rest of us just because you get to breathe the same air as him. I don't strut anywhere. Sure, keep pretending. Anyway, about this weekend, you're coming to the meeting, right? No, I really can't. This weekend is especially busy at the restaurant. Oh, please, you're just using that as an excuse so you don't have to pay the membership fee. I see right through you. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't want to pay it. Wow, at least you're finally being honest. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's not even a real membership fee. It's just money that goes straight into your pocket. Excuse me, do you have any idea how much I contribute to this community? That money is used to make this town better for everyone. Contribute how, exactly? I bring people together. It's thanks to my efforts that all the moms in this town stay connected. I don't really see how that requires a budget. You don't need to see it, you just need to pay your share. That's not how that works. It is if I say it is. Look, if you were actually transparent about how the money is spent, maybe people would not complain. Oh, please, the only one complaining is you. Everyone else is perfectly fine with it. Are they, though? Or do they just not want to deal with you questioning them the way you're questioning me? Wow, you're seriously so obsessed with money. It's embarrassing. It's not about the money itself. It's about knowing where my money is going. Would you say the same thing about taxes? Do you never question how your taxes are used? Taxes? Rich people don't waste time worrying about that nonsense. Only poor people stress about that kind of thing. That's absolutely not how that works. It is if you have money. Okay, but you don't. Excuse me? You're not rich. You're just married to a guy who makes decent money. That's not the same thing. And you are just some sad little part-timer at a restaurant. See how that works? I really don't have time for this. I already told you I'm not coming to the meeting and I'm not paying the fee, especially since I never even agreed to be part of this group in the first place. Wow. So you're the kind of person who would just walk past someone collapsed on the street without even stopping to help? What? It's the exact same thing. You only care about yourself. If something does not directly benefit you, you just ignore it. That's a completely insane comparison. Oh, so now I'm insane? I didn't say that. But you meant it. No, I meant that your logic doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It really doesn't. As long as you live in this town, you have a duty to pay the membership fee. I live here, sure, and I am a mom, but that doesn't mean I have to follow rules that don't actually exist. You think this is just some made-up rule? Yes. Wow. Okay, let me ask you this. How often do you see me at the kindergarten? Not very often. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen you there at all lately. And what's your point? It's just weird. All the other moms are always there for drop-offs and pickups, but you only seem to care about the moms group.
So, what does that have to do with anything?
Nothing, I guess. It's just strange that you only show up when there's something in it for you.
You mean the way you only care about your own money?
That's not the same thing.
Of course it is. I just choose to contribute to the community in a different way.
You mean by making other people give you money?
By making sure this community stays connected.
That's just a fancy way of saying you like being in charge.
Someone has to be.
You know, I don't think anyone actually asked you to take on that role.
They didn't have to. I just knew it was needed.
That's a lot of words to say. I like feeling important.
You're so cynical.
I'm just saying things as they are.
Look, I'm done arguing with you. You still owe your portion of the membership fee. I don't care how many excuses you come up with. You're not getting out of it.
I'm not getting out of anything. I never agreed to be part of it in the first place.
Oh, so now you think you can just opt out of the moms group?
That's literally how groups work.
Unbelievable.
Believe it.
You're seriously so selfish.
If you say so.
Mark my words, Stacy. You can avoid the meetings all you want, but you will pay your share.
Good luck with that.
I'll get that money out of you one way or another.
I'd really rather you didn't.
Oh, don't worry. I'm very persistent.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Hey, how long are you planning to make us wait? We're customers, you know.
Please wait just a moment. We're preparing a table for you now. If you had made a reservation in advance, we could have seated you more smoothly.
Huh? Are you seriously trying to say this is our fault for not making a reservation? What kind of attitude is that? And what do you mean if we did make a reservation?
No, you didn't. Sending a message that just says, "We're standing in front of the restaurant, hurry up and let us in," is not a reservation. That's just showing up unannounced and demanding service.
Oh, come on! I have 8 kids with me. They're all starving. Do you seriously expect me to stand around outside while they complain about being hungry?
I understand that, ma'am, but we still need a moment to.
No, you don't understand. Do you have any idea how hard it is to take care of this many kids at once? They're tired, they're cranky, they're bouncing off the walls. If I don't get food in front of them right now, there's gonna be chaos.
I see. Where are their mothers?
They're all busy today, so I graciously volunteer to pick them up from school. And obviously, since I'm not some neglectful monster, I promise to feed them too. So don't worry about it. They know their kids are with me.
Right. Well, your table is finally ready, so please come inside. Just so you know, we're still technically closed right now, so this is an exception.
Huh, of course it's an exception. It's me we're talking about. Do you really think I'd stand around waiting like some regular customer? Hey David, do you remember me? We met at the neighborhood association meeting a while back. We even exchanged phone numbers.
Ah, Violet, of course. I remember you well. Thank you so much for visiting us today.
Oh, I'm so happy you remember me. You know, I was just wondering, why don't you come out and join us? It'd be lovely to have dinner together.
I truly appreciate the offer, but I'm afraid I can't. I'm currently in the office handling some paperwork, though if I could join you, I'd be honored to dine with such charming children, and of course, a woman as radiant as yourself.
Oh my, radiant you say? Flattery like that is enough to make a girl blush. With those kinds of compliments, how could I not smile?
It's just the truth, but please do keep in mind, tonight's accommodation is an exception. In the future, we'd be grateful if you could visit during regular business hours.
Oh, of course. I didn't mean to trouble you tonight. I couldn't help myself. But say, is this place hiring part-time workers by any chance?
Part-time?
Yes, I can do simple cooking, and I'm great with a cash register. If you're short-staffed, I'd love to lend a hand.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'm afraid we aren't hiring at the moment. There simply aren't any openings.
No openings? Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean that we don't employ outside staff.
Wait, hold on. Then what about her?
My apologies. I really must get back to work now. Please enjoy your meal and have a wonderful evening.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, in that case, I'll see you around, David.
Violet, where did you go? What are you doing?
I can't believe it. Your restaurant, supposed to be some high-end Italian place, was actually awful. I'm serious, the food was terrible. Though I have to admit, at least it filled me up a little. But hey, we're friends, so it's on you, right? I shouldn't have to pay for something like that.
Wait, bad? What are you talking about? Just a few minutes ago, you were saying how delicious everything was. You were practically praising the food, and now suddenly it's bad? What's going on?
David brought some really great dishes, though. All of them were actually really tasty. But the moment you brought the food, it all went downhill. The taste just dropped like a complete shift. Honestly, you might want to rethink running a restaurant at all. Maybe it's not for you.
What on earth are you talking about? That's just ridiculous. You can't possibly be serious about this.
Well, if that's how you feel, then maybe I should just work at your restaurant instead. I could step in and help out. Maybe my presence would actually improve things. You know, just to make sure it runs better. It's probably what's best for your place anyway.
That's not the point right now, Violet. I'm asking you about the bill. You can't just ignore it.
Huh? What do you mean, the bill? I thought we already agreed that it's on you. We're friends, right? So why would I pay? You know it was all part of the deal.
I never agreed to anything like that. Are you out of your mind? You can't just assume that I'll cover the bill for you. You're literally trying to skip out on paying. That's completely unfair.
What? Are you serious right now? Look, it's after hours, so we agreed that you wouldn't charge me, didn't we? That's what we decided. There's no way you're charging me. Were you planning on taking my money the whole time then?
Of course not. Who do you think I am? There's no way I'm going to feed someone for free. You're acting like I'm some kind of charity here. Violet, you're $5,000 worth of food. $5,000! That's not even including everything else.
Well, it wasn't just me. The kids were eating too. They're growing. They need to eat a lot. It's not like I can control how much they eat. I can't stop them just because you're suddenly complaining about the bill.
You're using them as an excuse? They're barely old enough to eat on their own. You know as well as I do that you were the one who ate most of it. At least half of that bill is all yours. Don't try to avoid responsibility now.
Look, I'm your friend, okay? That means I'm not going to ask you for money. I'm not going to let you pay for this. You should be thankful, considering how much I've done for you. To turn around and charge me like this is just plain awful.
I'm not messing around here, Violet. You can't just pretend it didn't happen. David's going to get angry if you keep this up.
What? You're calling him by his first name like you're so close now? Do you really think that means anything? Because you know what? David and I are a lot closer than you and I, no matter how you try to act all chummy. You think I didn't notice that?
Wait, what? What do you mean you and David are closer? We've been through a lot together. He's known me for years.
Oh, really? Maybe he knows you, but I know him a lot better. Trust me, he's never going to ask me for money. He knows all about my contributions to the community, so there's no way he would ask me for anything. He even said so when we were at that town meeting. He praised me in front of everyone, saying that I'm well known around here. People talk about me, Stacy. They talk about what I've done. He even said that there's something special about the way I communicate with others. He called me influential, so no, he's not going to ask me for money because he knows what I've done.
He said all that? Really? He went out of his way to make me look like a fool in front of everyone, didn't he?
I'm telling you, he knows everything I've done for this town, for this community. He's not going to treat me like this. He's not going to charge me. That's just not how he operates, so you can forget about trying to make me pay for this.
You're wrong, Violet. That's not how it works, and you know it. I've been nothing but kind to you. Now you need to take responsibility and pay for your share. There's no way around it. You can't just leave things like this.
Are you seriously still trying to make me pay? After all the times I've helped you? After everything I've done for you? You're going to treat me like this? You're unbelievable.
Shut up, pig!
Huh? David, what's going on?
How can you not be embarrassed, Violet? You walk into my restaurant like you own the place, scarf down the food like a beast, and then at the end of it all, refuse to pay? Honestly, I think you're even worse than a pig.
Wait, what? Who is this? Is this really David?
Of course it's David. You've been insulting my restaurant for so long. Weren't you the one who said you liked me, or was that just a lie?
No, I didn't think you'd actually ask for money.
So what? Your intelligence is now below that of the children you brought with you? You really can't even grasp the most basic idea that when you get something you have to pay for it? Even a kindergartner would understand that.
What?
You're a mother too, right? What exactly are you teaching your kids? Are you telling them that they don't owe anything when a friend helps them? Are you teaching them that they can just take whatever they want without consequences?
David, wait a minute. You're acting a little strange.
I've been wanting to say this for a while, but stop calling me by my first name. Don't act so familiar with me.
Huh?
The only person who gets to call me by my first name is my wife. People like you who are nothing but trash calling me by my name, it makes my skin crawl.
Trash? Come on, that's a bit too much. And wait, you're married?
Why do I need to tell you that? I couldn't care less about you, and I have no desire to share anything personal with someone like you.
But you praised me, didn't you? You said I'm a well-known person in the town, that people are always talking about me. You said that I'm someone who connects people and fosters communication between them.
Oh, that part wasn't a lie. I meant every word of it. Because you see, everyone's always talking about how awful you are.
What?
Yeah, you are connecting people in a way. You connect them through all the horrible things you've done. In that sense, you've made your mark in the community.
Wait, so that's what you meant?
Yeah, I do. You've been hanging around all these other mothers, collecting fees from them like some kind of parasite. And when someone refuses to go along with you, you harass them until they break, just like you did with my wife.
Wife? I don't know anything about your wife.
You should. My wife's name is Stacy.
What?
This Italian restaurant. It's mine and Stacy's business. We met while training in Paris, and when we had a kid, we came back to the U.S. I bet you never knew that, huh?
Wait, she's your wife?
Not just my restaurant. You insulted my wife, too. You'll pay for this. You'll pay dearly.
Pay for what? What exactly do you mean by that?
First, I'm going to report you to the police. This is clear-cut theft, and you need to be held accountable for it. You understand that stealing food is a crime, don't you? Or do you not even grasp that?
Wait, I didn't mean to steal. I wasn't trying to skip out on the bill. I'll pay right now. Just wait.
Oh, really? Well, if that's the case, there's no need to call the police. But I don't want you paying with any of that dirty money.
What do you mean, dirty money?
The money you have? It came from stealing from those other mothers. You need to return it to them first, every single cent. Only after you've done that can you pay the bill here. Do you understand?
No, if I do that, I'll be left with nothing. My savings.
So you've been saving up money you stole? What a joke! You're a thief and you still think you can save money? Pathetic!
A thief? I'm not a thief.
If you're not a thief, then return the money you took. Otherwise, I'll call the police. Got it?
What? Fine, I get it. I'll do it. Just don't call the police.
Violet, there's been a commotion at the kindergarten. Where are the kids you brought?
Huh? Oh, I completely forgot.
Forgot? What do you mean by that? Weren't you supposed to have a meal with the other moms? But you took the kids off in your car without telling anyone.
No, I did contact them afterward.
That's just a post-event report. Besides, you took those kids to use them to get a free meal, didn't you?
Huh, I was just trying to do something nice.
Something nice? The other moms are furious with you.
Huh? I fed their kids, so they should be thanking me, not the other way around.
Forget about that. Where are the kids now?
Well, I guess they're probably on their way home by themselves. I was busy handling some supplies.
What? You're not with them? This is beyond low, Violet. You're a mother too, right? Where are your own kids?
I don't know. I'm in complete panic mode right now. Stop bothering me.
How can you play the victim here? David just called. He said he's got the kids at the restaurant. Thank God they're safe.
Oh, really? Well, that's a relief. So you've got nothing more to say to me now, right? Leave me alone.
Wait a second. The numbers don't add up. You brought 8 kids with you, right? Well, there are now 8 parents here, so where's your kid?
Shut up. Just leave me alone.
I can't leave you alone. The numbers don't match. One child is missing. Doesn't that mean someone's child is unaccounted for? We need to call the police before something happens.
Oh my God, please no police. My kid hasn't shown up yet.
Wait, so you took other people's kids but didn't even bring your own?
My kid is always picked up by my ex-husband. We just recently divorced and he has custody, so I can't go to pick him up.
Wait, so then why did you occasionally show up? If you couldn't do the pickups, why even bother?
Doesn't matter, just leave me alone.
So, as the leader of the mom group, you showed up at the kindergarten just to maintain your position? The truth is, you didn't even have custody. That's why you rarely showed up at the kindergarten.
I don't care about that. Just leave me alone already.
Fine, fine. But you know, that doesn't change the fact that you've been lying, stealing money from the moms, and now you owe them all refunds. Not to mention, you still have a $5,000 bill to pay at the restaurant.
Damn.
David's been telling you that, hasn't he? As the owner of the restaurant, I have to make sure the bill gets paid too. You need to get the money together and apologize to everyone.
What? What's with all this attitude? I've been taking care of all of you for so long.
Taking care of us? No, Violet, we've been taking care of you. You've been bossing us around while we've been doing everything for you, including tolerating all your nonsense.
You bottom-dwelling scum!
You can call me whatever you like, but at the end of the day, you have to take responsibility for your actions. You're the one who got yourself into this mess.
Look, I can't get the money together. Returning all the mom's fees and then paying the restaurant $5,000, there's just no way I can do it. It's too much.
But you're supposed to be rich, right? You've been flaunting it for so long. Surely $5,000 is nothing to you.
I'm telling you, I'm single now.
But you've been saying you're rich. No one's going to buy the excuse that you're not anymore. We're not going to fall for it.
Damn.
And if you don't pay, we'll just call the police. You're going to be better off paying up than making things worse by stalling.
Fine, I'll pay. But can't you give me a little more time to pay the restaurant's bill?
No, that's not going to work. You'll pay it right now. There's no system for buying on credit.
But that restaurant isn't some fancy Italian joint. You make a decent profit, right? You can wait for $5,000. It's not like you're going to do anything with it immediately.
Wait, Violet, this is strange. Only poor people worry about what their money gets spent on, don't they?
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm poor just because I can't pay it now? Don't start with that judgmental tone.
You're not fooling anyone. You've been acting like you're some kind of social queen, like you've got everything under control. But this whole situation proves just how much you've been lying. You don't have the money, and now you're going to be held accountable.
I don't need this. I don't need to explain myself to you or anyone else.
Too bad. You are going to explain yourself to the moms, to the restaurant, and maybe even to the authorities.
I've done so much for people here, so much. Why does everyone treat me like this now? I deserve better than this.
You deserve better? You've been using people, taking advantage of them. What you deserve is to face the consequences for all the lies and manipulation you've been pulling. It's time for you to own up to it. No one's going to let you slide anymore, Violet. Not after everything you've done.
This is just too much. I can't do it. I can't.
You don't have a choice. You'll do it, or we'll make sure everyone knows exactly who you really are. And I'm pretty sure your reputation is going to be beyond repair after this. After that, Violet ultimately ended up taking out a loan from a consumer finance company. She used the money to repay all the membership fees she had been collecting from the other moms in the moms group, which she had taken advantage of. Even the $5,000 she owed from her purchases at our store was paid off with that loan. Violet, who had been single and unemployed, with absolutely no money to her name, found herself in a situation where everything unraveled completely. She became buried in debt, and as a result, her life fell apart very quickly. In the end, she left town. And no one really knows what she's doing now. I heard that she tried to reach out to her ex-husband for help, but considering their divorce was caused by her abandonment of her responsibilities as a mother and her compulsive spending habits, he apparently didn't want to have anything to do with her. He refused to let her see their children, and it seems she was turned away at the door. No one was willing to help her, and it seems like she's now homeless, living day to day, struggling to get by. It's hard to believe that someone who was once so proud and so focused on keeping up appearances could fall into such a state. I can't help but wonder how she's managing to survive, considering the kind of person she used to be. It's an ironic twist of fate, to say the least. It's strange, isn't it? I used to watch Violet, and there was something about the way she carried herself that just screamed confidence. But all of it now seems so empty, so fragile, now that her debts have caught up with her and her life has fallen apart. I can't imagine how she's handling the weight of it all. It must be eating her up inside. The pressure and the shame. She was always so focused on her image, always trying to look perfect in front of others. But now, none of that matters. The reality of her situation must be crushing her, and I wonder if she's even capable of recognizing that it's all because of her own choices. She used to act as though everything was so easy for her. Like she had it all under control, like she was above everyone else. But the truth is, she was always just one bad decision away from disaster. And now, here she is, living in the mess she created for herself. It's a reminder that no one can escape the consequences of their actions forever. There's always a price to pay for the choices we make, no matter how hard we try to run from them. As for Violet's ex-husband, I can't say I'm surprised by his reaction. It must have been incredibly difficult for him to watch her spiral into this mess, especially knowing that it all started because of her own behavior. They say that in marriages, when one person starts to spiral out of control, it doesn't just affect them, it affects everyone around them. And Violet's actions were a clear reflection of that. Her reckless spending, her disregard for her responsibilities, and her complete lack of accountability eventually drove him away. It's painful to think about how their children must have felt during that time. Children are always the ones who end up suffering the most in situations like this, caught up in the middle of two people who can't see eye to eye. Violet's ex-husband likely did what he thought was best by keeping the children away from her. And though I can understand that, it must have been heartbreaking for the kids to be caught in the crossfire of their parents' separation. It's one of those situations where there are no winners, only casualties. And now, here she is. Alone and struggling with no one to turn to. It's almost tragic in a way, but at the same time, I can't help but feel a sense of inevitability about it all. It's like watching someone walk right into their own destruction without even realizing it until it's too late. Violet's fall from grace was just a matter of time. When she started down that path, there was no turning back. On the other hand, I have to admit that I'm genuinely relieved to see that my own life is in such a different place. Things with David are going well. He's still the warm, gentle, and handsome chef everyone loves, with a reputation that remains spotless. His temper, though, is something else. I've had my fair share of moments where even I've been taken aback by how sharp his words can be. But, despite that, I know David's heart. He's incredibly sincere and genuine, and his kindness shines through when it matters most. I think that's why we've managed to stay so happy together. It's funny, really. People who don't know David tend to be charmed by his easygoing demeanor, his gentle nature, but I've seen the side of him that no one else gets to see. The side that can snap in an instant if someone crosses a line. And I have to admit, as much as I sometimes get caught off guard by his sharp tongue, I also find it somewhat satisfying to see him stand up for what's right, to watch him defend our family and our values. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.